So let's talk for a couple of minutes about the National Association of Realtors, better known as NAR, the settlement that they have pertaining to commissions and how that might affect you. You may have heard that in the summer of 2024, things are changing a little bit in real estate nationally. And there are some significant changes, but I'd like to outline the three top things that are going to change in the way that agents are compensated for their work. The first thing that's going to be changing is, as part of the settlement, we are not permitted to advertise any form of commissions in the multiple listing services, more commonly known as MLS. How are agents going to know if they're going to be compensated during the sale of a property? A couple of different ways that they're going to be able to do that. They're going to check first with text, email, phone calls. They're going to have to communicate with the listing agents to see if the sellers of the properties are offering any sort of buyer agency compensation. Are sellers still going to compensate prospective buyers agents? Just like always, they can if they want to. Commissions have always been negotiable. The second most important change that's happening as part of the National Association Realtors settlement is that prior to showing any properties to a prospective buyer, there needs to be a signed buyer's agency agreement outlining the terms of the agreement between the buyer and the agent on how the agent is going to be compensated for their work. That's a little bit different from how people have been accustomed to it. They get a phone call, they'd like to see a property, they want to see the house, they don't care about agents at that moment, but the new rules dictate nationally that's a document that we legally have to have in place before we can actually even show the house. The third element of the settlement with the National Association of Realtors as it pertains to commissions is that prior to listing a property or taking a buyer in to see a property, everybody has to have clear knowledge that commissions are negotiable and that everybody has an agreement on what those commissions are going to be prior to proceeding with either listing the property or going in to see the property. Quite frankly, in Michigan, they always have been negotiable, and the documents that we've been using as long as I've been in this industry have always clearly stated this is the amount that the buyer's agent is going to be compensated, this is the amount that the seller's agent is going to be compensated, and that those things are negotiable. So if you have questions about how does this affect your purchase or your sale of real estate in Southeast Michigan, or generically, please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We're happy to answer whatever questions you might have about it.